What if everything you thought you knew about before and after life was only one piece of a much bigger puzzle? Before your first breath, before your heartbeat, before your mother ever knew you existed, was there a you? Tonight, we explore two monumental beliefs: reincarnation and the Catholic afterlife, and the truth behind what existed before your birth. Chapter 1. The question that haunts humanity, the ancient human curiosity. Since the dawn of time, humans have looked up at the sky with one burning question. Where did I come from before I came here? Early tribes wondered if newborns carried the spirits of ancestors. Some believed children were reincarnated warriors. Others believed newborns brought messages from unseen realms. Human beings are the only creatures who question their own origin, not biological origin, but spiritual origin. From the moment we could think, we wondered, was my soul somewhere before it entered this body? Philosophers enter the mystery. Thousands of years later, great thinkers stepped in. Plato argued that the soul existed before the body. He taught that knowledge is remembered, not learned, meaning you lived before. Aristotle, however, disagreed. He said the soul begins with the body, no pre-existence. This debate, 2,000 years ago, is the same one people argue today. Ancient religions split into two camps: visuals, temples in India, Greek temples, early Christian catacombs. Humanity developed two powerful categories of belief. Category 1, the soul is ancient Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, ancient Greek Orphism. Some tribal African beliefs, Native American traditions, all these say that the soul existed before birth. Category 2, the soul begins at conception, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Catholicism. All teach that God created your soul at the moment your body formed. These two worldviews shape everything: your purpose, your destiny, your identity. Why the question matters. This is not a small question. It changes how you view everything. If your soul lived before, then your life now is just one chapter of a huge book. If your soul was created by God at conception, then this life is your only chance to shape eternity. This one question determines your morals, your fears, how you see death, how you understand suffering, what you believe about destiny. This is why the world is so divided. This is why this documentary exists. Chapter 2. Reincarnation, the soul's endless journey. Foundations of reincarnation. Visuals, cosmic cycles, sunrise to sunset, circle illustrations. Reincarnation believes one thing: your soul never dies. Only your body does. You leave one body, you enter another. The journey repeats endlessly until liberation. This idea existed thousands of years before Christianity, Islam, or modern science. Hinduism, the oldest, most detailed map of the soul. Visuals, statues, sacred rivers, Sanskrit texts. Hindu scriptures describe reincarnation in stunning detail. Samsara, the endless cycle of birth, life, death, rebirth. Your soul moves through human forms, animal forms, spiritual forms, higher and lower realms. Every rebirth depends on your karma. Karma, not punishment, not revenge, but spiritual law. Your intention, thoughts, actions all shape your next life. Steal in this life, face scarcity in the next. Show compassion, receive mercy later. Life becomes a classroom. Each lifetime is a lesson. Buddhism, continuation, without a permanent self. Visuals, monks, candle flames, water ripples. Buddhism adds a twist. There is no eternal self. Instead, consciousness continues. Like a flame, lighting another candle, the light continues. but not the same flame. Rebirth happens because desire, attachment, unresolved suffering. This cycle ends only when you reach nirvana, the final freedom. Tibetan Buddhism. The 49 days in the Bardo visuals, mystical realms, dreamlike landscapes. Tibetans believe when you die, you enter the Bardo realm for 49 days. Here, you see visions, meet guiding beings, face illusions, review your life, prepare for rebirth. Some remember this realm during near-death experiences. The moral purpose of reincarnation. Reincarnation teaches loss has meaning, suffering has purpose, talents are from past practice, fears may be past trauma, relationships repeat across lifetimes. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is random. Chapter 3. Evidence. People claim. Children with past life memories. Visuals. Children drawing, talking, pointing at old photos. Researchers found thousands of cases where young children recognized places, knew names of strangers, remembered violent deaths, spoke unknown languages. These memories fade by age 7. Strange parallel to brain development, birthmarks and old wounds. Some children are born with scars, deformities, burn-like marks that match injuries from the life they claim they lived. In multiple cases, the bullet entry and exit points matched perfectly. Impossible, coincidence, or evidence. 3.3. Skills with no training. Some people play instruments with no lessons, speak languages, fluently draw historic architecture, master complex crafts at age 3 or 4. Where did these abilities come from? Hypnotic past life regression. Hypnotherapists take subjects into deep relaxation. People suddenly change voices, describe other centuries, give names, narrate deaths, identify places they've never been. Are these real memories or imagination? Scientists debate déjà vu and strange familiarity. Why do some places feel familiar, even though you've never visited? Why do some people feel like you knew them forever? Reincarnation says your soul remembers. Science says we don't know. Chapter 4. The Catholic View. Created by God, not recycled. A completely different story of the soul. While reincarnation teaches an ancient traveling soul, Catholicism presents an entirely different idea. Your soul did not exist before conception. You were not a reborn king, not a forgotten warrior, not a spirit wandering across centuries. Instead, you are a brand new creation, formed by God, purposefully, lovingly, intentionally. Your soul didn't climb out of past lives. It came directly from divine hands. God, the creator of the soul, Catholic doctrine teaches, the body comes from human parents, but the soul is created directly by God, at the moment of conception, never earlier. This means your life is not a cycle, it is a beginning. In this view, your existence is not a spiritual accident. It is a deliberate, unique act of God. You are a soul that never existed before and will never be repeated again. Why Catholicism rejects reincarnation. Completely visuals. Ancient church councils. Theologians debating. Catholic teaching says reincarnation is incompatible because reason 1. Christ's resurrection. If the soul keeps changing bodies, then the resurrection of Jesus becomes meaningless. Christianity is built on the promise that God will raise your same body, not another. Reason 2. Salvation is once, not many times. If you get multiple lives to improve, why would Jesus die once for sins? Christian doctrine is built on one life, one judgment. Reason 3. Identity and accountability. Reincarnation blurs identity. Who is you? Which life's actions matter? Catholicism teaches You are fully responsible for this one life. Reason 4. Memory. If souls lived past lives, why doesn't anyone remember clearly? Scripture never hints at past life memory. Biblical arguments used against reincarnation. Visuals. Bible verses appearing softly on screen. Catholic theologians cite, "It is appointed for man to die once, and then the judgment." Hebrews 9:27. "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you." Jeremiah 1:5. This means God knew his plan, not that you lived before. The dead will be raised imperishable. 1 Corinthians 15:52. These verses form the backbone of the Catholic argument. The purpose of one single life. Catholic teaching believes you are not here to pay past life debts. You are here to fulfill a unique mission. Your life is a gift once given. Your time is limited. Your choices carve your eternity. This makes life urgent, precious, meaningful. The soul's destiny after one life. Catholicism teaches that after you die, you do not return to earth. You do not enter a new body. You enter eternity, where your soul will exist forever. This eternity has 3 possibilities: heaven, hell, or purgatory. And each destination is believed to align with the nature of a soul created only once. Chapter 5. Heaven, Hell and Purgatory. Heaven. The perfect union. Heaven is not a place in the sky. It is an unbroken union with God, a state where love is complete, where suffering is impossible, where the soul becomes fully itself. How Catholics describe heaven: total peace, eternal joy, understanding beyond human limits, reunion with loved ones, no fear, no regret, no confusion. A place without time. Here, your soul becomes what it was always meant to be. Heaven is not reward. Heaven is completion. Hell, the great absence. Visuals, shadows, cold darkness, empty echoes. Hell is not a fiery torture chamber. It is the absence of God, a self-chosen separation. Catholics believe God does not send anyone to hell. Rather, the soul chooses separation through refusal to love. Hell is described as cold, not hot, silent, not screaming, a place of isolation. The final loneliness. Eternal self-centeredness. Hell is when the soul turns away from light and chooses itself instead. Purgatory, cleansing, not punishment. Visuals, glowing fire, purification, light passing through water. Purgatory is the most misunderstood Catholic belief. It is not torture, punishment, a mini hell. It is a place of cleansing, a final healing before entering the perfection of heaven. Imagine entering the presence of perfect love, but carrying scars, regrets, and mistakes. Purgatory removes what is incomplete. It purifies the wounds. It restores the soul's brightness. Catholics believe every soul in purgatory will eventually reach heaven. Why these 3 realms matter? These destinations exist because the soul is created once, judged once, and lives forever. The Catholic belief paints the afterlife not as a cycle, but a final journey. Chapter 6. The Unanswered Mystery. The question no one can answer fully. If the soul is created at conception, where was it before? Was it nothing? Was it a spiritual plan? A thought in the mind of God? A spark waiting for form? Catholicism says the soul did not exist, but the idea of the soul did, in God's eternal knowledge. So the question becomes, does God hold an infinite number of souls in his mind? Or does he create them from nothing, the moment he chooses? The mystery is deeper than doctrine can explain. If reincarnation is true, why don't we remember? Reincarnation raises its own questions. Why are memories scattered? Why only children remember? Why do memories fade after age 7? Why do memories appear mostly after trauma or hypnotherapy? Is forgetting necessary for spiritual growth? Would perfect memory destroy free will? Science complicates both beliefs. Visuals, brain scans, quantum physics, consciousness studies. Neuroscience says consciousness is tied to the brain. But quantum physicists argue consciousness is not physical. Scientists can't explain near-death experiences, shared death visions, people seeing events while their brain is dead, memories that do not come from this life. Both religious systems face questions science cannot settle. The human soul, infinite or new? The Catholic view says, you're brand new. Reincarnation says, you're ancient. But what if neither is fully correct? What if the soul is something beyond human categories? Something timeless, but also created? The mystery remains. Narrator, soft, reflective. No matter what you believe, there is one truth both sides agree on. The soul is more mysterious than anything we can imagine. It cannot be fully explained by science, philosophy, or religion. It is eternal, in some way. It is meaningful, absolutely. And it is connected to something far greater than the physical world. This leads us to stories that challenge both beliefs. Chapter 8. Final chapter. After everything we explored, the cycles of reincarnation, the Catholic belief in a single divine creation, the mysteries of consciousness, the evidence, the philosophy, the testimonies, one truth stands above all. Human knowledge is limited, but human curiosity is infinite. Some believe the soul is ancient, traveling through many lifetimes. Some believe the soul is new, created once by God for an eternal destiny, and some stand somewhere in between, searching, wondering, learning. No matter what you believe, one thing is certain: your life has meaning. Your choices matter. Your soul is not an accident. Now we leave the final question to you. Do you believe in past lives, or in a single life leading to eternal judgment? Or do you believe the truth lies somewhere in between? Your experience, your belief, your story, all are important. If this video made you think, gave you clarity, or opened your mind even a little, then don't forget to like this documentary. Share it with someone who loves deep spiritual topics, and subscribe for more powerful stories and explorations.